Video just came out showing Alex Preddy 11 days before he was shot and killed by CBP agents. He kicks the taillights out of ICE agent's vehicle. He follows the vehicle, repeatedly kicks the light until it falls out and shatters. Then he is tackled. Apparently he broke his rib. There's a scuffle with ICE agents. You could see his handgun is on his waist, and he kind of slips away. And then he's still standing in front of ICE agents yelling at them. And perhaps if they actually had arrested him that day, he would not have been murdered. But this video goes to show you that Alex Preddy's death is a part of a deadly pattern of civilians directly inserting themselves in federal law enforcement operations, harassing and trying to impede officers. And if you do this, you cannot be surprised at all when things go bad, because they will go bad 100% of the time if you try and impede federal law enforcement or assault officers. This isn't to say at all that Alex Preddy deserved to die over this, or even that his death was justified. I made a video about that. I don't think his death was justified. But perhaps Alex Preddy would be alive today if civilians in Minnesota weren't incentivized to behave this way. In fact, Minnesota is the only place in the entire country seeing this kind of resistance, and that is a direct result of the leadership's messaging there. You have people like Tim Walz and Jacob Fry calling ICE an illegal occupational force, saying they're not law enforcement, calling them a Gestapo. Tim Walz even compared people hiding from ICE to Anne Frank. So there's a direct Nazi comparison here from Tim Walz. If you're trying to say that ICE deporting people and bringing them to detention centers for them to go home is the same thing as trying to find any Jewish citizens you could in Nazi Germany with the intent to mass exterminate and genocide them, you are not a serious person. And that is a very dangerous comparison. And when you tell people this and convince people of this, you cannot be surprised when they go in the street and try to assault or impede federal law enforcement and bad things happen. I have so many complaints and criticisms of ICE, I can't even count. I think there needs to be a lot more government accountability, and there's a lot of court cases in the works right now. ICE for sure needs to be reformed. But if we're going to sit here and pretend that ICE is this fascist, lethal force going around looking to kill people, and we're comparing them to the Nazis, then I think we would be looking at thousands and thousands of deaths in the last year. There have been 650,000 deportations, and that doesn't even count the thousands and thousands of interactions they've had with civilians. Can we stop pretending that if you encounter any ICE officer that they're just going to kill you?